My name is Ken Temborski, the Aggressive Realty Show, Orlando Pena, also with Aggressive Realty. One of the things today we're going to start with is everybody's concern is the interest rates. The interest rates right now are rising. It goes by the 10-year Treasury note. It's not necessarily what you see when they say it's 7.25. It basically goes by the 10-year T-bill. It goes up points every day and down points. You could still get a mortgage right now, right around 6.25, a fixed 30-year mortgage. That's very important to know. The market is very unbelievable, very unstable right now. The housing market's down about 10% right now in sales because of interest rates and the economy in general. When you look at it, there's still ways to buy a house. Example, you could buy a house with 3.5% down. It's called an FHA.
FHA, 3.5.
3.5. You also have PHFA, which is the normal 5%. You have a VA loan. You have a conventional, which varies from 10% to 20% down. But the key is not to have PMI, private mortgage insurance. Private mortgage insurance is an add-on to your mortgage. Could cost you, sometimes, $100, $150 a month extra. And that is for the term of the loan. So you try to do your best to get away from it. Even if you have to come up with more money, ask for some seller's assist. The seller's assist will help them in closing. When you deal with a company that, as Aggressive Realty, Orlando, there's 17 agents now, 18 I think right now, that we have. Deal with one of these. Financing is very important. Come in and talk to us. Example, I'm going to give you one more example on interest rates. People are panicking right now because the interest rates are between 6 and 7% on a home mortgage. And again, that depends on your credit. Depends on your credit score. It depends on your debt service. They split it. Half of it is your VICA score, which is your credit score, and the other half of it is your debt service. Your debt service shouldn't be over 47 to 49%, depending on what bank you're going to. That means your bills with your new mortgage and everything can't be over that. So that's why, like, going out to buy a car, going out to buy a truck, go out and buy your furniture, even on these deals that say it's just not, you don't go out and do the 120 days or the 2 years no interest, because it still goes on your credit score. And again, it goes against your debt service. So what I've been trying to tell people is the panic of the interest rates. If you go back to in the 1970s, let's go back 5 decades, that's 50 years. If you add up all the years of interest, it still only averages 7% right now. What it is. That is the average. I mean, if you remember back, it even got up to 18% at one time, okay, in home mortgages. But if you took 50 years and you added them all together and averaged them by that, you're talking 7%. So we are still right there. It's just been so long we've been down at 3 and 4%. It does make a big difference.
And right now it went up, and we are kind of scared, but we're gonna help you. We're just gonna recommend you we work with local lender, mortgage broker. Mm-hmm. So we just always gonna recommend you which one is offered the best interest rate. So in that way, you can, if you save like 4.5%, you're gonna save you a couple bucks at the end of the year.
Let's talk a $100,000 house, which is very hard to find today. But let's talk a $100,000 house on a 30-year amortization on a home loan. Okay, you're talking $300 principal and interest. Now, because the interest rates are up, 6% makes it $600 for principal and interest. That's the difference. And I tell everybody, they get a pre-approval. You got to get pre-approved. We'll get you pre-approved. We'll give you suggestions of many lenders. We'll get you pre-approved. But I always tell people that just because they tell you you could spend $250,000, don't. Okay, a house should work for you. You shouldn't work for a house. Okay, buy something that you're comfortable. God forbid something happens to you, your spouse, your income, your job. you have to be able to maintain it. So stay within your means. I mean, yes, everybody out there, as I said, there's such good real estate companies out there, and they're all, most of them are all good, believe me. But stay within your means. I mean, you see it every day that people are out looking, shopping, and you got to kind of hold them back, because that pre-approval don't mean they should spend that money. And I think that's so important. Slow down, pick the house you like. It's so important. What have you seen lately out there?
Right now, we see a market from between 150 to 210. Like before, like 1 year ago, we see prices 225, 250 for a single family. Right now, those prices is coming down a little bit.
We're seeing appraisals coming. The appraisals are coming in about 8 to 10% lower. So in other words, if it was appraised before at 250, you might be seeing it at 225 and 230. So again, it's called LTV, loan to value. The bank will only lend you, if you did an FHA, they'll only lend you 96.5% of that LTV, the loan that they appraise it at. No more, no less. So it's very important that you start right to end right. I want to tell you thank you very much, and we'll be right back with more to tell you. Welcome back to the Aggressive Realty Show. I'm Ken Temborski. I'm the owner and broker of Aggressive Realty. Orlando, Pena, probably one of the best agents out there. We have 18 agents to offer you. We're here to help you. We're not here to necessarily get it done and sell and get moved on. We're here to set it up and help you through the process. That's the key to complement the service. We kind of do a little bit of everything to make it work for you. It's a very, it's so funny because it's so normal to us to go out and start with this and do the sale. But you know what? And it's scary for the buyer. But we're here to make it easier for you to take a lot of that absorption of the stress. We like to walk through the house first, get an idea, give you some constructive advice, okay? A lot of people think they have to go out and paint the whole house inside. It's not true. To do it today for a good painter, or you're looking at about $5,000 to paint an inside of a whole home, ceilings and roof. Well, the new people normally want to change colors. So are you getting that value back out of that? Yes, if it needs it really bad, yes, 100%. But there's a lot of times we can suggest to you, don't do that. Don't spend that extra money. It's not good if you're going to trade money. It's good if you're going to make money, okay? If you're going to put an investment in your home, you should get back a little bit more. Spring's around the corner. When you think about this, you can give us a call. It's no charge. We come out, we set a time, we'll walk through the house with you, we'll talk to you. We'll do what's sold in a 6-month period in a 1-mile radius. We will do a CMA, which is called a comparative market analysis, which is comparable in some points to a appraisal. We will do that for you. We will talk to you on some numbers. We'll tell you what your responsibilities are as a seller and your responsibilities for the new buyer. What are you seeing when you're going out? What do you suggest?
This is the best time to start in the process to list your house because the spring is around the corner. So we just can pretty much go to the house, do what is called CMA, comparable market analysis. You know, we just look some comps that it was sold in the last 6 months, and then, you know, we suggest, like, we just say this is the best price in that way that you can get actions. People can start looking your house and, you know, maybe can get some action and be on the contract.
I myself goes out and I'll tell you a price range. I'll give you a low and a high. Here's where I think we should start. We also build in a little fat to help with the process because there's always a little negotiations. We'll go in and I'll say, here's the high and the low. Like example, we just listed a very large commercial building in Pardisville. Going into Pardisville for a perfect truck depot, truck station, unbelievable location. Been a family business for many years, but they're ready to retire, and I just, unbelievable to take the time to walk it, measure it, and go out there and look for creative ideas for the location.
We usually in Aggressive, we help the sellers and the buyer to in the process of this with the city. We work with the city. They're doing a great job over there. So when we have the seller, we prepare for that seller that before
To let them know.
we let them know that before we closing, they have to go to the city, pay for the city what is called city inspections. We help them what is required, what requirement is for that property to sell. Like
What
for
are some of the requirements for code?
GFI,
Which is
GFI,
ground fault receptacle, interrupter.
Yep. Some smoke detector in each bedroom, each floor. Yes.
Right? Each bedroom, each floor.
Yes.
Hazel Township has a code. Freeland has a code. East Union has a code. There's all different codes that we have to follow. That's our job, to find out what they are, come back to you. Like example, I'm going to get Mayor Jeff Cassat and the council has done a great job establishing what we need to do. Also, you have Diane Panzarella, who does a phenomenal job. She not only makes it work, she makes it happen. And you know, that's important, that somebody stands behind it and it's all the same for everybody. That's what I like.
And also, there is another process that if the property, needs a lot of work, like those foreclosure, we just go to city and do what is called like waiver. That the seller, the buyer, sign that is the waiver. So in the way when we can close, and after so many days, they repair and the city can come back and certify that the property.
And that's really nice that they
that's
made
really
that
nice.
work for us. It's important that we follow the codes. Okay, people don't realize there is an occupancy code that we have to go by for each municipality. Some municipalities have them, some don't. But we're here to make it work because safety is the most important thing also. Smoke detectors, every bedroom. Smoke detector, every floor. Carbon monoxide detectors. Again, as Orlando said, handrails, 3 steps or more, need a handrail. Peeling paint. Again, you talk about lead from 1978. It's very important that we kind of tell you that when we walk through the house. Ground fault receptacle, 6 foot from all water sources. That might have even changed. It might be 5 foot now, but I go by 6 foot. You need if you can't put all the GFIs in, you put the breaker in.
Yes.
Correct?
I'm just going to put you another example. There is a new regulation in the city of Lexington that if you have like a multi-units, so you have to go to the city and apply for a licenses.
Okay.
I just closed one property the day before yesterday. It was like 4 units, and we give the application to the new buyers. Say, go to the city hall and apply for the rental licenses. And that way, our seller don't have any problem after they close.
I want to thank you. We have one more set to go. We will be right back. Again, Ken Temborski, Orlando Pena. Welcome back to the Aggressive Realty Show. Again, I'm Ken Temborski, Orlando Pena. We both had Aggressive Realty a very long time. We put some long days in. How about this winter? This winter is completely different. When you look at it, our heat bills, the electric bills, everything is going crazy. So it's very important that we sit down, work it out together, and find you something that's affordable. Being affordable is the most important thing. It's a long term. A lot of people look at it short term, but it's long term. And we're here to sometimes make that dream come true. Orlando, we were talking a little bit ago on some examples of what you do.
I had a client that he lived in Orlando, Florida, and he gave me a call. Said, Orlando, I'm looking for some tickets, but they are a little expensive right now. I said, Mr. Brito, you don't have to come here. We do it the process. He just called me because he wants to sell his house. I went to the property. We do market analysis. He was okay with the price. With that, we recommended. We leased the house. There was like a couple showings. Finally, we were on the contract. We send everything through DocuSign. If you live out of state, you don't have to come. We're gonna save you. You're gonna save money on coming here to town, because we do everything electronically. The property was on the contract. We do what is the city occupancy permit. We do everything for him. We send everything to the title company. We do it, the title company send the paperwork. He send it back, notarize it, and the title company send the check back. and he was happy.
The deed is the only thing that cannot be docu-signed. So the deed is next day aired out and next day back. There's an envelope put in there that it's next day back. It's the only thing that we cannot docu-sign, or we can do everything for you except, except we can go to closing, we can do the money, we can wire the money to you. We just cannot personally sign your deed. Yeah. So that's the only thing that we basically, that gets involved, that we have to stay involved with. But again, we're here to make it work for you. It's like, it's amazing how people don't understand how easy the process is, but it's scary. We do everything from helping you from when you have some code issues, we can help you with that. We try to figure it out. We have a handyman on site that can help with that. We could take care of some of them problems. It's very important that we could do it from start to finish. I just had one, a guy passed away, and his brother's from Tennessee. Yeah. He came in, he went through the house to see what was, he had to take his family heirlooms and left. Yeah. We will do everything for him now, from start to finish. We've actually put it under contract already. We've actually got it under contract. We'll even do the clean out. Yeah. We'll get it cleaned out. Yes, we allow for pricing for that, but we'll clean the house out. We'll get it ready for sale. And it is sold, like I said, it is under contract right now. Yeah. We sent him the paperwork. He'll come back in and we'll send him the deed. Done, we'll wire the money. It's very important that you have somebody that understands the process. And it's a short period of time, but the trust is immense that happens.
Absolutely. Even though with the buyer, when we receive call, especially my clients, say, Orlando, I want to buy a house. Where do I start? We start from the process one all to the closing. We start recommending him, start collecting the documents that the lender needed. We recommend, and we work with some local lender and mortgage broker. We send the paperwork, and they start doing the pre-approval and until the closing.
Right to the closing. I mean, we suggest everybody involved here. It's your choice at the end, even with the inspections. But we send everything ahead. We try to give you all the advice that you need. You make the decisions. We follow that. It's so important that, like, we have a good closing companies. One of the things that Aggressive Realty does that's different than most, we provide an attorney. He comes to closing. We send him the paperwork. We send the paperwork to the closing company at the same time.
Yes.
He reviews the paperwork to make sure it's right. He also comes to closing. He does the search. He does the legal work. The closing company does the numbers. He comes to the closing to sit and go over your documents with you. Not many people do that. I want that attorney to look at the stuff, make sure you're signing what you're supposed to sign, not signing what you're not supposed to sign, and somebody's there for you besides us. That's a service that we offer with our closings.
We work with the best. We work with the best title company. We always recommend the best mortgage broker. We help the process. Give us a call if you want to sell your house, if you want to buy your house. We're here to help you since the process one until the closing.
We all share listings. So just because it has somebody else's sign on it, don't mean that we can't sell that property. All you got to do is give us a call, or you go on my website, aggressiverealty.com. You could look at everything online. You could see what's there. And again, I think most companies in this area are very good, and we share them listings. So if they need it, they want to call, they call us, they make an appointment, we give them the time, they go in and they could sell it. I'm so happy to, we split the commission. It's no more money, but we share listings. People are under misconception that it's only that company. No, we could sell any listing.
Also, we work with rentals.
Rentals?
With rental. If you need us to put a property for rent management, we have all of this service too.
Please don't hesitate to give us a call. It's time to list your home now. Numbers are low. It's price and demand. The prices will stay up a little bit with the inventory being this low. But if inventory spikes, prices will also lower.
Absolutely. Give us a call Our phone number is 570-788-8500. We're here to help you. Call us today.
Again, 788-8500.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm Ken Temborski,
Orlando Pena,
and thank you for using Aggressive Realty and watching today.
thank you.